everybody. Welcome to the Three Spurs Boys.
Welcome back to the Three Spurs Boys, and today we've got a little special show. We are doing a post-game show with some very special guests that went to the Marseille game. We know we're a little bit late in uploading this, but unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, we had to delay things. But our guests were more than willing to wait it out and be available on our schedule, so we appreciate that. So we want to introduce two very special people to the Spurs community and two very special people to us. What they do over there is bring the fans together and have created a community that is just for all the Spurs fans and everything. And they also give back to the community. So please join me and let's bring on two lovely, lovely members of the Punjabi Spurs. We've got Mr. Biggy Singh and Josh joining us today. How you doing, gentlemen?
All good, guys.
Hey, guys, all right?
All right, fantastic. How you guys doing today? Josh, we see you're on the road, on mobile. Look at this man, multitasking, eh?
Yeah, apologies, guys, that I'm driving, but I thought,
That's okay. That's okay. You made yourself available for us, so no apologies at all necessary, sir. We just appreciate you being available for us. And you're the man that got me the tickets for my first Spurs ever game, so I don't think you'd ever have to owe me an apology for anything, right? So
no. Listen, it's our pleasure, Bob. It's what we do, don't we? As Spurs, we all look after each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a big community. It's a very good community as far as I'm concerned. I'm looking forward to getting over there and meeting all of you in person and getting to know you guys a bit better over a nice warm British pint, as you guys like to have them really warm. And, of course, a little bit of football, too, while we're at it, right? Yeah. What do you think, boys? Get in there. Get in there. Biggie, my man, you got to go to the
Bobby?
game last Wednesday.
You good?
Yeah, we're good, brother. How you doing?
All good, my man.
So tell us, how was the atmosphere at the Marseille game? But Josh,
Marseille game was fantastic. To be honest, we didn't play that well. Well, we did in bits and bobs, but Marseille were a good team. But we got the result at the end of the day, and that's what matters.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that is all that matters, and it seems that that's what's happening right now. We're
grinding them out.
We're grinding them out, and those are, people are saying, "Oh, it's terrible. The football is terrible," but these are the same games, a lot of them that we would have lost and given up the points last year. So.
Definitely.
I know it's not attractive football, but if the results are being achieved at the end of the day, I personally think that we can only get better. Because
it's the Conte effect, isn't it?
So once we start clicking, then the sky's the limit kind of thing. So I'm
Definitely.
saying very optimistic. Josh, what do you think about that? How do you feel about the way they played on Wednesday?
To be honest, I thought they did okay. The issue is that we always get everybody who's becomes a pundit, don't they? Saying, we're not doing this and we're not doing that. But, it's one of those. It's like there's a lot of signings that we've had on, 6 or 7 new signings. He's not starting all of them at the same time, but they're coming in dribs and drabs. So there's going to be that element where they need gelling or they just need to understand each other's game. You'll always get little short sparks of great football or intelligent football, like Perisic did against Chelsea. Came off the bench, and look at that. He's taking corners from both sides, and then he's starting. It's a different, he's having a completely different game or a different effect than what he did. It happens, doesn't it, in football? So, but the key is we're unbeaten and we're doing all right, and it's just good to see. Still, for me, it's surreal that one Conte's in charge. That for me is surreal. I was a massive fan of his as a player, just the character he was and the type of player he was, because that was the era of Juventus that the whole world was watching. You used to have Zidane, etc. Everybody used to watch that Juventus, and the fact that then he became such a great manager and his record speaks for itself, and now he's our manager. It's still a little bit surreal for me. But it's good to see. It is really good to see. It's crazy because even now when I watch him, he reminds me of that era that we had. We had a touch with Poch that if we did go down a goal, we were quite confident to come back. And we did it against Southampton. We went down, didn't we? We come back and won the game. And when we missed the penalty at Forest, they went on and almost equalised, literally straight away from the same miss. Normally, I don't know, that I just felt that would normally go in, but it didn't, and we won the game 2-0, etc. And I don't know, it's just a Conte thing. it's just given us that hope. It kills us in the end, though, Bob. The hope, but it's nice to have it sometimes.
You know what? But the hope is all you have, because if you lose hope, then Josh, what do we have left? Really, pessimism.
True.
Right? Black cloud
Well,
mentality.
no.
I don't want to do that. I get called deluded and a happy clapper sometimes and everything like that. But I'd rather be a happy clapper and deluded than constantly miserable and just bitchy.
No,
basically. There's always something to complain about. Why?
Yeah, I'm a realist when it comes to Tottenham. I mean, many years ago when I used to go watch Tottenham, we used to have this thing where we used to all meet up like at least 3 or 4 hours before kickoff, just so we could have a day out, because the result used to always ruin it for us. so we used to go,
before the game, because after the game it's misery. Fair enough.
Exactly, yeah. And then we started to we had that run and we had that journey with Pochettino, and we were still meeting up 3 or 4 hours before kickoff, but then we're staying behind 4 or 5 hours after kickoff. It was just crazy. I lived 3 hours away from Whitehall Lane, and it was just crazy. The travel, it was just mad. But they were bringing us a lot of that luck, but it started to die a little bit at the time. But it's nice to have it back. So I'm not I'm not one of these hungry fans for loads of trophies or anything like that. I just want a really good journey, and Spurs are giving us that at the minute. So you have all these pundits at football who watch it now as if they're pundits, fans. They'll come back, oh, he didn't play this and he didn't play that. I'm like, chill out, man. This is I only watch the game if we're losing. It's because then you're tense. If you're winning, you're like hugging the next person next to you.
Yeah.
You're celebrating. You're kind of enjoying the day out. And now people expect there's this thing that you have to watch the game with the Hawkeyes and analyze it all. That's not football. That's not sport. The whole point of sport is that you support the club. You're enjoying the journey. You're having a good time. If we won every single game 1-0, I'd be happy. So. I'm easily pleased with Tottenham. It's Tottenham what I love. It's not the results. So,
no, well said. You got a question there?
Yep. It's for
Let's start with Biggie. Okay.
Richarlison with his first 2 goals. How did you feel about that?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
I think Richarlison is brilliant. Obviously, I want to see Son do well. But Richarlison, I think, is brilliant. He adds that extra little spice to the game, to the players. And when he gets the ball, he's going to do something with it. He's either going to put it in the mixer or he's going to do a really good pass. But I reckon he's added some really good spice to the team.
Yeah, the kind of spice we needed, definitely. Josh, your thoughts on
100%.
that?
Obviously, I still want Son to get off the. I still want Son to score. I still want Son to do really well. But it's just a matter of. I'm sure it'll come.
Yeah, and you had a little follow-up to that, right?
Yep.
What?
Now with Richarlison.
See with Richie's a typical Tottenham player. He's like a typical, okay, maybe not the shithousery or whatever, but he's a typical Tottenham player. He's an entertainer. We've always had entertainers. We pay good money. We go there for that little extra spark, and he's got that. And he's just little bits and bobs that he does. He's the traditional kind of entertainer, and it's nice to see. I'm just so happy that he's our player and not against us, because he's definitely not a player that you want to be, on the other side of. Him, for me, even Kulu, him and Kulu, are just fantastic. They're pure entertainers. They get you on the edge of the seat, and that's spectator sport, isn't it? You want to be at the edge of the seat. You want to see what's going on. Which is beautiful, man. I'm so glad he's got his goals. And you saw his emotion after the game, right? What it meant to him.
Yeah.
No, that was fantastic to see. That was probably, you're a parent, I'm a parent. As a parent, to see that emotion at the end of the game was just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
Yeah.
Biggie, you good over there?
Nice.
Having some technical issues? You good? You can hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good. Yeah, we're good, my man. We're good, my man. Christian had a final a little add-on to that.
Yep. So with Richarlison's first 2 goals, how many goals do you think he's gonna have all season?
I reckon he's going to get. I reckon he's about 15 plus. Josh?
Josh, you got a number for us?
I don't predict with Tottenham. It's a superstition thing I have. I don't predict
Okay,
the
so
score.
let's just go with an unrealistic expectation and say
73.
at least 2. Right? Because he's got the
Yeah.
2 already. Oh, now it's Josh's turn to freeze. Uh-oh. Tech issues here. This is good. This is not good, you know? We Indian people are supposed to be good at this tech stuff.
Oh my God.
But while we're having a little freeze up with Josh there, what we'll do is Biggie was kind enough to videotape the game for us and take us on a little journey to his game day with him. So let's watch Biggie's game day video, shall we? And hopefully by the time we come back after the video, Josh, Biggie, all the IT issues are sorted and we can carry on with
Definitely.
the conversation. So we got a few minutes here, gentlemen. Sit back, enjoy the video, and let's go with Biggie to Tottenham Stadium, White Hart Lane. Now we're going to still call it White Hart Lane, and we'll be back in a minute. See you in a second.
Yes, Bobby K, little K, big K, on the way to Tottenham Hotspur. Just come to Cranford. I'll swing the camera this way, going in there. Here's my car. Just come to get my mate Sham. So I should catch you once we get to the stadium, yeah, boys. Big love. Come on, you Spurs. Man like Bobby K, little K, big K. So basically, right, we just parked the car. Can you see it there where the lights are on? And we're about 2-minute walk from the stadium. So I'll give you a shout back as we're walking into the ground. Milde, break the bar, big love. Come on, you Spurs. So Bobby K, little K, big K, soaking up the atmosphere, my brothers. Just en route to the game now. Our dekh lo apni position. Very nice. Yes. So Mr. Bobby K, little K and big K, walking up to the stairs and ting. Hanji, sab to pehla sada beauty dekh lo. Yes, little K, big K and Bobby K sitting in our seat now. The rest of the Wu-Tang are over there. My season tickets over here. But yeah, loving it. The vibe is wicked. Oh, and the Spurs! Come on, Tottenham! Come on, Tottenham! Put it in the mixer! चार दे बुलियां दे विच heads up coming up to half time, guys. Little K, big K and Bobby K coming up to half time. Can't say we're doing so well. Had that one chance, but it's all been Marseille, to be honest. But you know what, it's alright. Got my brother Sham there, Punjabi Spurs. Got another 2 that are all the way over there next to the away supporters. Come on, Tottenham! Jack there for day. Vibes, big K, little K and Bobby K. Good start from Tottenham. Loads more noise. Let's do this. Come on, you Spurs. Jack there for day, Tottenham ne. Tension nahi karni. Come on, Tottenham. Injury time, flex. Little K, big K, Bobby K. Jack the and at the same time Liverpool got fist up hard. Chalo Milde break to bar. Come on, Tottenham. कर दो एक और. Full time, boys. 2-0. Job done. Jack in the Deporte. Come on, Punjabi Spurs. Yes. Post-match vibes. Going to what we call the Adda now. See the boys. Everyone normally comes out together. But yeah. Milde break the bar. Chalo. Post-match session. Going. It's all jamming still. Wait for the traffic to die down. I wait for a man like Sham to turn up wherever he is. Chalo, milde break the bar.
Wow. Oh,
It was brilliant.
Tricky, man. That's what scenes, and that's just a couple of video clips that you were sending us here and there. But
Yeah.
I have to know, boys, what did you guys think of it?
Very nice.
Very nice. Our Biggie tagline around here from now on. Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, we're for
Biggie's
us-
got a voice of an angel, hasn't he?
Oh yes, our little Punjabi angel, so beautiful. I'm
Too much.
for us, like, you guys get to see this, be in this environment on a consistent basis. For people like us that are so far away and fans that are all around the world, because let's face it, Spurs fan base is increased. You're Punjabi Spurs, you've got following all the way in India. There's people all the way over there that are never going to get to experience one day of what you guys get to experience on a regular basis. So we really appreciate you giving us that look into what it's like inside and everything, even the walk up, and that's the first time we've seen the stadium at nighttime under the Champions League lights and everything.
It was
like
brilliant.
That. So it was so nice to see it all lit up and everything like that. It was fantastic. You've got a question for the boys now.
With Conte's poor European form in his whole career, where do you think we're going to finish this season in the Champions League?
We're going to win it.
Oh,
Hey.
Yes, Biggie!
what about you, Josh?
Again, I cut out last time, but I genuinely don't predict. It's a superstition thing I've got. Like, even in my fantasy football team, I don't put any Tottenham players. I don't know. It's just the thing I have. I won't predict it, but I'll tell you one thing: he's a serial winner, and European is like just his second hand for it. It's like it's for him. He knows it inside out. Listen, he'll grind out everything we can for results and stuff. Like, everyone says that we got. We genuinely haven't. I think Frankfurt, from what I know, they're doing pretty well in their league.
Yeah.
Marseille, as you saw, they went pushovers, and then we've got Lisbon yet to come as well.
Yeah,
He'll
that's a big
give it
game
his all.
coming up.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know what? I'm just glad we beat Marseille. Had we not beaten Marseille, it would have been. Do you remember that Champions League season that we had when we got to the final? But really, we should have been out of it in the group stages.
It was a lucky run for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's football,
Yeah,
Josh,
yeah.
isn't it? You know what I mean?
It is football, man. It is
Run. Cinderella seasons happen, right? So for everybody.
Yeah.
But I know you've
glad-
got a question for
Yeah.
Biggie there.
Hey, Biggie, what does
Yes.
put it in the mixer mean?
Say that again.
What does put it in the mixer mean?
Oh, cross the ball.
Cross the ball.
Cross the ball into like the danger zone.
He
into
turned
the
to
box.
me while we were watching the video, and he goes, "Daddy, you put it in the mixer. What's that mean?" And I said, "You know what? son? I have no idea. Ask him. He's here. Ask him."
That's what it means. So cross the ball in the danger zone in the box
Yeah, nice. Okay.
for someone like Kane to get his head to.
Get it in there. Get it in there.
Basically.
That's also his favorite meal, the mixed grill.
Hey,
Mixed grill.
He likes
Very
mixed
nice.
everything.
Very nice.
Very
Too much nice. So Bobby, you're coming to the UK in January,
Yes, sir.
and that's when the North London derbies. Is that right?
Yes, sir. We're
Josh?
all coming.
Are you bringing little K, big K, middle K?
It's his birthday, and we're coming for his birthday, so I think I better
Wow.
bring him.
And we
Uh,
need good grades.
Good.
And I figured it's not really nice to take one son and leave the other one, and we are the three Spurs boys, so all three are coming. His birthday
That's good.
is on the 15th, and so far the NLD is scheduled for the 14th. So that's going to be a birthday weekend party thing, and
I think you'll know by November, maybe early part of December, the exact date and time.
yeah, that's what actually somebody was telling me the other day, right? So we're really, really looking forward to that. Plan a few things,
Yes.
try to
So
meet up with as many
excited.
of you guys as possible. I'll
Definitely.
be here for We're there for 11 days, I think, and then this man is there for 8 days. He comes a few days after we do. Right before the game, he's showing up. So, yeah, we want to go do pretty much everything Tottenham related because, as you guys know, thanks to you, the only game I've ever been to in England was that Watford game that you guys sorted out for me in January of 2018, and 2019. January 2019, and that was at Wembley. So I've been a fan this year 30 years, and I've never been to Tottenham, the area of Tottenham at all. I have no idea what it looks like. Nothing. So it's
Bobby, you met a few legends that day as well, didn't you?
Oh, that day, yeah, I got lucky because there's this guy. You guys might have, you might know him. He's the chairman with the Punjabi Spurs. His name is Josh. Really, really good.
Nah.
Before, never spoken to him before at all. Had no idea who I was from Joe down the street. And the man turns around and he goes, "Oh, you coming to your first football match ever? Oh, okay, well, let's try to make it a little special. How about you go sit down and have a pint with Keith Birkinshaw?" And as we Indians like to say, all I could say was, "Huh?"
Yeah.
What an experience! And the best part of that, honestly, Josh, I that's ingrained in my memory and will go with me into death. That's a memory for life you gave me. And that moment, though, the fact that Keith came over and said, "You're Josh's friend," and spoke so highly about you guys and the Punjabi Spurs and everything. He didn't just come over and shake my hand and go on his way. He sat down with us at our table and was there for a good half hour, 45 minutes having a chat. And finally, his missus had to say, "Look, we've got to get up to the press box. We've got to get inside the stadium because there were some other ceremonies going around that day as well, right?"
Let me tell you a couple of things about Keith, Bobby. He's for me, he's the biggest living Tottenham legend.
Definitely.
That guy is the guy who, apart from Bill Nicholson, he's the guy who's really put us on the map.
100%.
And he truly believes, had he not left in '84 when he did leave, he would have won the league with us. He genuinely believes that. He was building something great. He turned us into, if you speak to anybody who's just a generic football fan, and they might be a Liverpool, Man United, anybody fan, and they grew up in the 80s or they know the football of 80s, and if we ever say to them, "Oh, I'm a Tottenham fan," everybody mentions the team of the 80s. They go, "Oh, Tottenham used to play some great football, blah, blah, blah." And that's all Keith Birkinshaw. And, he's won as the UEFA Cup. He's won as the 2 FA Cups. He always used to battle for the league. He really put us on the map. And he turned our team into this worldwide renowned, Charlton football team. And he doesn't get the credit he deserves. And he's, without a doubt, our biggest living legend. And here's a fact for you kids. Keith Birkinshaw is the only English manager alive to win a European trophy.
Yeah.
Actually,
there you go. A fact to remember when you get those.
But Bobby, going back to saying that you met him because of Josh, thanks to Josh, I've sat down with Glenn Hoddle, Mickey Hazard, who is brilliant. Mickey Hazard is excellent. Because you know what, Mickey Hazard will take time, sit down with you and your kids and your family.
Well, we actually
have a proper decent conversation with you.
We reached out to Mickey to try to get him to come onto the show. Unfortunately, I've had no response. So maybe Josh, you can kick some tires over there for me, man.
Josh was waiting for you.
I'd love for them to speak to somebody from that generation, go back to the glory days, and have an understanding of why. Because even he turned to me the other day and he goes, "Dad, when was the last time we won the league?" He started asking me all these questions, and he looked at me, and when I was like, "Yeah, 61, buddy," and he looked at me kind of like, "Dad, that's like we've been."
That my 2 daughters?
Years, Dad. Like that's crazy, And he was almost disappointed, kind of thing. And I'm like, there's a reasoning behind the fan base and what we have and everything like that, and everything is because of guys like Keith Birkinshaw and stuff like that.
Definitely
that united us and gave our fans passion.
It's like, Bobby, I've got 2 daughters. When I was bringing them up, when they were little, they were toddlers. They were both Tottenham fans. And then the youngest one is still a Tottenham fan, the one I take to the games with me all the time.
Yeah.
But the oldest one, because of CR7 and everything, she's starting to support United now.
So where does she live now then?
Shit them on.
In the backyard.
Whose house did you move her into?
Oh, man.
Does she like living in Manchester now? No, like I
But
said,
seriously, guys, Keith Birkinshaw is honestly he's a footballing legend. He's
Definitely.
like I said, to you, he's the only English manager alive to have won a European trophy. You know, the other British manager alive is obviously Alex Ferguson, but that's it. You know, out of the two,
That's
they're the
it.
only two British managers alive who've won a European trophy.
I actually I never
He's a
knew that,
legend,
Josh.
a
That's
massive
great
legend.
Great fact to give us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Manager never won the league.
Massive.
Josh, can you turn your light on, please? Because
And
it's
you
very
know
dark
something?
in the
No,
morning.
not when he's driving. Yeah, no, it's okay, Josh. It's okay. It's okay. We don't want to get in trouble. That's all right. You're doing fine, man. We're good. We can hear you. Get a little glimpses here and there. It's like a after dark special here.
When the light hits on the twilight zone.
Can't show you too much.
There you go. No, for me,
I
I think
can't show you too
Birkinshaw
much today.
So I was just going to say, I think Birkinshaw would get a lot more recognition if he was a modern day manager in today's
Oh,
era.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
with technology the way it is with Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all these different avenues you have to be able to send all this information out on social media and everything, he would definitely be getting a lot more respect nowadays.
Bobby,
in terms
as
of
a human being, he's so humble.
Oh, amazing. Josh, he was
most
so
humble
good. I could not believe that this guy is sitting down with me and talking to me like I'm one of his old mates. Like he
Brilliant.
treated me like I had known him for years and something like that. And it was just
That's a good
amazing.
accomplishment, Dad.
Oh, gee,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Well, hopefully when we're over there, we get to meet two more legends named Josh and Biggie.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please.
So,
Oh,
guys, your
thank you.
final thoughts
Yes.
here. Let's get. We'll let you go. We know Josh has got to get going. It's getting late for you boys over there, so we'll get some final thoughts in here. First off, let's get how do you feel about our upcoming game against Sporting there? I'm only going to ask you, Biggie, because I know Josh doesn't like doing predictions.
Sporting, I reckon we could
he's
beat them
on the M1
2-1.
now, it's fine.
I reckon we could beat Sporting 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh,
And-
since you're not willing to do your prediction, Little K will do your prediction for you.
Oh, Josh.
Oh, he's in the tunnel.
73-0 Tottenham.
73. Okay. Now, how about a realistic one? Remember, Sporting beat Frankfurt in Germany. 3-0.
Bundesliga ist confirmed weekend.
3-2 Tottenham.
Okay, and we're
Get
playing.
in there.
We're away, right? What do you think, big guy?
2-0.
2-0 Spurs?
Eric Dyer
Another two?
masterclass.
Eric Dyer masterclass
Son
incoming, eh?
hat-trick.
Sun hat trick? All right there. Well,
Yeah.
then since you guys
Tom
dropped your
Last scored goal
predictions, I like your prediction. I'm gonna add to it though. I'm gonna go 3-1 to the Spurs. I think we're still a little bit shaky in the back, so I think we'll probably end up conceding one because Sporting obviously has some firepower. I don't know too many players over there, but we'll see what happens over there. So I'm gonna go with the 3-1 to the Spurs. Now, boys, let us know how can people find you? Where can they get in touch with Punjabi Spurs? How can they become members? If you want to give us that information, please.
Josh, to the honors. We lost him.
And that's an official yes. There's the answer to that question. Yes, we have.
Okay, Bobby, Punjabi Spurs are on Facebook. There's an official site. If you go to like the Tottenham Hotspur website, it's got fan clubs. So
Yeah.
Punjabi Spurs is officially on that. They're on Twitter, Instagram, all your socials basically, Facebook. Josh, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, lads. I had a call
No,
that
that's
came
okay,
through.
Josh. So we were just asking, can you just give us a quick rundown in terms of where people can find you if they want to try to look for the Punjabi Spurs or sign up to the Punjabi Spurs, and how do they become members?
Any of the social media platforms.
Okay, so just Google search Punjabi Spurs, you'll be able to find.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
what is involved with the membership?
Um,
So I noticed you sent me a really nice picture of some nice little treats that you guys give. So I was like,
Yeah,
I gotta get my membership.
to be honest, it got so big at one point that we had to stop membership. But we're at a level now where we just invite individuals to come along and just basically, we haven't done a membership pack now for a year or so because of COVID.
Right.
But we just invite people to come along, come and have a few beers with us, watch a game with us, travel with us. It still happens. As it is a voluntary role, so it's sometimes it's really hard to maintain messages and emails, etc. But we do eventually get there. Sometimes it's like a month late or 2 months late, but we do get there. But it's but yeah, you know, we always connect. Anybody that wants to go to the games together, we invite them along. But this lad who's been going for, I remember the last one we had, it was brilliant because it was the North London Derby last season. And he was like, oh, you know, I've been trying to reach you guys for a couple of months, blah, blah. And I said, look, really sorry, you know, there's only a couple of us that manage the socials, you know, it's voluntary role. He goes, no worries. He came along to that game and he met probably 30 of us.
Oh,
and
wow.
he was like, wow, he goes, you know, I've never had this before. Da, 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 da. And he's always travels on his own. And obviously, then the result was what it was, the 3-0 win.
Yes.
His words were, Josh, this is by far the greatest day I've ever had at Tottenham. You know, so it's like now, it's just anybody wants to reach out to us. We've got some really good people who go, you know, the majority of our members now are season ticket holders. So, you know, if there's not all of us there, majority of us will be there, you know. So, yeah, just reach out. Any of the social media platforms will eventually get to you. And we'll meet up.
So there you go, folks. You can find Punjabi Spurs on Facebook. You can find them on Twitter. You can find them on all the social media platforms. Instagram, I'm assuming, as well. So get on over. Join these boys if you get the opportunity. They're a very, very cool bunch to be hanging
Forget
around
us,
with.
Bobby. Forget us. I think the world is going to want to meet the 3Ks.
Hey, we'll be getting over there soon and getting to meet all of you guys. So we're really looking forward to that. You know, especially you. Yeah, because it's your birthday weekend. Yes, I know. We're just tag-alongs. I know. Sorry, I'm just a mobile bank machine that's coming with him, and that's secured.
So Bobby, when I went to the match against Marseille the other day, I was walking up the stairs, and there's a guy wearing a Russian Spurs cap, and I was wearing my Punjabi Spurs cap.
Yeah.
And he goes, "You've come along." And the guy that was with him said, "You've come a long way for a game, haven't you?" And I just laughed it off. And I turned around and looked at him. I saw his mate had Russian Spurs on his cap, and I go, "You've come even further."
Yeah, no kidding.
That's it. So we're everywhere. Spurs are everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've actually, through YouTube, you know, the connections and the friends that I've made through this is just absolutely amazing. We've got friends all the way out in Malaysia, all the way out in Australia, New Zealand, all the way out on the other side of Canada, all the way to Vancouver, through America. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Like, this is just...
There's a guy I met at a game a few months ago, and he said he runs Singapore Spurs.
Oh, there you go.
So...
It's crazy. Yeah, we're everywhere, man. And you know what? But it's because of guys like yourselves that commit your personal time to giving something to other people and wanting nothing in return. So God bless you guys for that. Because of you guys.
You know, it's because of Punjabi Spurs that I went out and brought a season ticket this year.
Sorry?
It's because of Punjabi Spurs I went out and brought a season ticket this year.
There you go.
Because I love it so much.
No, and you know what? We only got the one life, so let's live it up as much as we can and enjoy
Most
it as
definitely.
much as we can, right? So, you know, we're extremely jealous here when you tell us that you've got season tickets. And you get
I'm going to send you more videos as well, don't worry.
You get to go to more matches in 1 year than we'll get to in a lifetime, but that's okay. Maybe one day I'll win the lottery.
Now, Bobby, you and your boys will be our guests when you come over.
It's much appreciated, Josh. Really looking for it. I'm honestly, I can't wait to meet all of you guys in person and get a beer with you guys and just sit down and have a good laugh and let the boys meet the wonderful people of this community.
By the way, Bobby, it's never just one beer with Josh.
I know, but I have to say that because it's technically a kid's show, right? So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know? One beer and then
Biggie,
one lassi,
it's
and then
always one beer. That's it.
One of that, because it's going to be very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So, guys,
it's always one beer.
Yeah,
always one, especially with you, Josh.
Yeah, we just have one at a time. That's what it is.
Yeah, one at a time. There you go. That's how it's done, buddy. That's how it's done. So, fellas, we appreciate you guys taking the time to join us today. It's very kind of you, Biggie,
anytime,
to the game and make those videos for us. Obviously, we'd like to do an episode of Off the Pitch with you guys as well, where we can fully discuss the Punjabi Spurs and everything, and the involvement they have in the community and a lot of charitable stuff that you guys do and everything. This show was just regarding the post-match for the Marseille game, so we'll just stick to that one for now, and we'll do a nicer episode with you guys where we can actually get more into the Punjabi Spurs and the history of it and everything, and then talk about the charity events and upcoming things that you guys will have doing. So we're really looking forward to speaking to you guys again, and hopefully we'll get to join you guys on a few more of these game days. Anytime you feel like taking out your phone and making some videos and
Oh,
sharing.
Bobby, you're
them
gonna
over
get
here
loads
with
from me.
Three
Don't you
Spurs
worry.
boys. We're ready, man. We're ready. So anytime you guys, doors always open. Appreciate you guys taking us on your game day.
Thank you
with
for having us, Bobby.
It was our.
And
it was our
listen, guys, Bobby and the boys, listen, well done for what you're doing as well. You know,
They did a
it's not
fantastic job.
easy. Yeah. Listen, it's not easy,
thanks.
and what you guys do, you're broadcasting and speaking about our beloved club. It's good. It's good what you're doing. So well done.
You
for
know what,
you're doing
Josh?
as well.
I'll be honest with you. I on top of the fact that being over here, there's not many other Spurs fans I can talk to. So this gives me the
Yeah.
avenue to talk to people that are in my community, really, and otherwise I'll get bantered because everybody supports everybody else, really. So
True.
After this call,
for me to try to have conversations with people, it's annoying. You know what I mean? You're
I'll-
saying, "Oh, when you win a trophy, I need to shut up." Eventually, you don't want to talk to people about football anymore, right? So this has been great for us.
Bobby,
Right? So
I'll get you connected to some of the other support clubs.
yeah, for sure, man. By all means, if you want to send them over, anybody that wants to come on, show's always open. They want to come on, talk about things that they're doing, upcoming ideas, any kind of promotion they want to do. As long as it's regarding Spurs or football in general, anything positive is always welcome on our channel. But it's thanks to you guys for supporting us and doing this with us. It's because of folks like you that we're getting the support from the community and able to grow our channel and do this and have the opportunity now to finally come to Tottenham and enjoy a game day experience. So again, we appreciate your game day experience, and we're really just counting down the days to the point where we can have our game day experience. But please,
Definitely.
until we get that opportunity, keep sharing your game days experience with us because we're enjoying this, and we're hoping some of you that have watched this show got the opportunity to enjoy it and see what it's like to actually get in there, see the stadium, see the lights, see the environment that the Spurs fans create, the singing, the noise, that euphoria, that feeling you get. It's a great feeling, and I hope everybody gets to experience it one day. And Biggie's going after dark on us as well. So I think that's where we'll call it now, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining
Come on,
us.
boys. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Boys, you got a little something to say?
Thank you for joining us.
Cheers, fellas.
Oh, we usually do that, when we get full screen, innit?
Yep.
Remember, guys, today is to do.
So go for it!
Come on, you Spurs!
We sing in France, we sing in Spain, we sing in the sun and we sing in the rain. They try to stop us, but look at they did. The thing we love most is being a kid, being a kid, being a kid. The thing we love most is being a kid.
Come on, you Spurs!
Make sure to like and subscribe.